Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you are seeing this, a lot of everything on my back is because I decided to put all the fragrances that I have got in 2024. So this video is about, I just wanted to draw a line, and we are about to start 2025. So I wanted just to, sum up how my fragrance 2024 year went. And these are the fragrances that I have got, not all of them. The travel sizes are missing, and also I do have 10 fragrances in front of me, and I just wanted to talk to you about the best purchases, in my opinion, in 2024. And I love all my fragrances, every single one, but these fragrances, if I could, I would have got them in 500 ml bottle, every single one of them. So uh, how do you like the background? I do think it's like a bit too much, right? I'm sorry, but I just wanted to show you. And also on my community tab on YouTube, I will post a picture of every single fragrance that I have got in 2024. So in terms of fragrances, 2024 was very good for me because I have been to two exhibitions, one in Milan and another one in Florence, 6 months apart. The first one was in March, and the last one was in September. So, and I was very, very lucky to get an invitation, and I was very lucky to try all the fragrances, all the niche fragrances. Well, the majority of them are niche. Niche fragrances that were there, and I've tried thousands and thousands of fragrances this year alone. And I was also very lucky to get how many? Three fragrances as a PR. I know, three is nothing. Like, some people get three fragrances every single day, but basically the brands don't know that I exist. So three fragrances for me is like, ooh, wow. And I have got a lot of fragrances as well. So per se, 2024 was very nice. And in 2025, I want to keep reviewing the fragrances, obviously, and I will obviously, like always, mainly focus on luxury fragrances and affordable fragrances as opposed to niche fragrances. I love niche fragrances as well, but I don't have a readily access to niche fragrances, so it takes time for me to get a fragrance, to get a sample, and to test it. So anyway, let's start. I'm going to show you my top 10 fragrances that I have tried this year. They are not, some of them are not 2024 fragrances. Some of them came out earlier, but they are new to my collection, they are new to me, and they are 2024 fragrances for me. So let's start with this one. And this one, it came out in the early 2024. It's a new fragrance, relatively new fragrance. I am looking forward to what they will gonna do this year, and obviously I will put all the links, well, not all the links, yeah, the links to the videos in the description box, and all the names of all the fragrances in the description box below, so you don't have to remember anything. Valentina Born in Roma Yellow, no, it's Green Stravaganza. Yellow Dream was before this one. It was my favorite fragrance, but then Green Stravaganza came along, and it took time for me to fall in love with this fragrance, because apparently, well, not apparently, it is quite a simple fragrance. It is quite like yet again fragrance, like many others. But then it turns out that this fragrance is beautiful. It is beautiful. It is common. It's white flower, and it's like a bit green and very tea fragrance. But oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's simple but very impactful, and I love this fragrance so much. And I can tell you it's top 10 of my 2024 purchases, and obviously they are not in a particular order, it's just I love them all the same. And all the fragrances that are behind me, that, like for example the CK1, the new version, and also Tooth. It was the year where I discovered Tooth. I have never tried it before. And I have got also DKNY, the coconut fragrance that I couldn't find for such a long time. So I love all the fragrances, but these are like, ooh, these are the best in my opinion. So this one is very, very good. Again, it is quite simple, but it has something. It just had something that it just, wow. This one and this fragrance, well, technically I got it this year, and this is the limited edition for 2023 Christmas. So it's Malone Orange Bitters, and you know I love citrus, you know I love zesty orange, and this is what it is. It's just zesty orange. It's bitter, but then it's sweet, it's very juicy. It just, you can feel, you know, the orange juice when you squeeze the orange juice out of orange. This is this one, and such a beautiful fragrance. And yeah, the longevity is, it is what it is. It's not the best, but oh my gosh, the amount of positive energy, of the positive sensation that you get out of this fragrance is fantastic. It is phenomenal. So I love this one. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Next one is the fragrance that actually it was launched a couple of months ago. I would say in late August. So this one is L'Interdit by Givenchy, and this is Absolute. And although I said that I would really, really love to get 500 ml of this fragrance, I would, but just not in the big bottle, because I absolutely hate the big bottles of L'Interdit line. I don't know what it is. Every single bottle I have is 35 ml, because 50 ml and 80 ml is like, it feels bulky, it feels big. But apart from that, this one is the beautiful fragrance. This is amazing. It's white flower. I love white flowers. But this one is also very particular, because this one is the first fragrance from this line that is targeted towards men and women. So it's a unisex release, and oh my gosh, it's fantastic. It is very, very, very good. It's very opulent, it's very sexy, and it's like, it doesn't lean too masculine, it doesn't lean too feminine, it's right in the middle. And oh my gosh, I love this one. And when I got this, I got samples of this fragrance, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it's good, it's good. And then the more I tested, the more I wore this fragrance, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna definitely get it. And as soon as I got a good promo code and good promotion online, I got it immediately. And this one is a beautiful fragrance. If you have never tried this line, or if you have tried the line, like the first fragrances, and they were too sweet for you, go ahead and try this one. Then maybe you will like this one better. So then also this fragrance, it didn't come this year, it came 2023, towards the end of 2023. But oh my gosh, I love this fragrance. And for me, I got it just this year. And this is Goddess. This is Burberry Goddess, and this is the most amazing vanilla, and it also has lavender. And I am not a lavender lover, but this one, it literally is just, I do think that the amount of lavender here is very strategic, and it actually really helps you to not, this fragrance not to become this overly sweet and cloying vanilla. And although you know, it has a lot of vanilla here, and it is sweet, but it's not cloying, and it's, in my opinion, it's not even all that gourmand, because usually we associate gourmand fragrances with vanilla, and vanilla with gourmand fragrances, but this one isn't gourmand. And how I identify gourmand for myself, For me, if I want to drink or eat this fragrance, I mean, if I have this sensation, oh my gosh, that would be amazing as a food or a beverage, then it's gourmand. And this one isn't. It isn't gourmand. It is sweet, it's beautiful, but it isn't gourmand for me. And oh my gosh, it's an amazing fragrance. And I was quite disappointed with the flanker of this fragrance. It was too heavy on lavender, in my opinion, and it was good fragrance as a kind of a freestanding standalone separate fragrance, um, but just not as a flanker for this one, not as a flanker for this one. But this one is good. This one is, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And also again, they come hand in hand, these fragrances, for me. And I also got them with like the difference of a month, so maybe a couple of weeks. So this one, yet again, this one is Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana, and this is the first one. And I also got it in 2024. And this is a gourmand one. This is a gourmand vanilla. So this is vanilla and this is vanilla, but they're two different vanillas, and I love them just the same. So this one is very sweet. It's very well. It was inspired by panettone. So the panettone is the cake, is the Christmas cake in Italy, and they have the dry fruits there, and it's very nice. It's very sweet, and it's very fragrant cake. So I definitely can see the similarities. And this one is gourmand. This one I want to drink, I want to eat it, and it's fantastic. And I have also tried the flanker one. I don't wanna say that I didn't like it at all. I kind of like it, but in my opinion, they are quite similar. Although the flanker one is very heavy on orange blossom, which I don't mind at all, and it says that it has hazelnut in it. I didn't find any hazelnut at all in that fragrance, but it was fine as well. I might pick up like, I don't know, 10 ml of that one, because I love this one much better. This one is fantastic. If you are willing to have a beautiful gourmand fragrance, very sweet, very edible, then go for it. This is very good. This one is also a very new fragrance. I believe it came in the beginning of this year. This is the Cherry Berry, and this is Helan. This is actually an Italian brand. This is kind of affordable fragrance, and it smells like cherry, and it smells also like berries, and so it's very juicy. It's very fruity and juicy, and the cherry, you can feel the cherry, and I'm a lover of a cherry. I have been lover of cherry for longest time, like years and years, like 20 years at least, well, more than that. Cherry in the fragrance is it's a very nice note, but sometimes, well, oftentimes, cherry in the fragrance is associated with amaretto or with other alcoholic beverage, and I don't like it. It's very hard to find a pure cherry, or even though they do put some alcoholic notes in there, you don't really feel them. I prefer this one, and I do think that they have rum in this one, but I don't feel it at all. So it's just pure cherry, very juicy, very a bit bitter even. It's beautiful. This one is a beautiful scent. And so next one, and this is an oldie but goodie. So this is one of my top purchases in 2024, although this fragrance technically is like years and years old. This is Versace Bright Crystal, and this is the fragrance that has gathered so many people that love it and so many people that hate it. And the people that hate it, the majority of people actually hate not the fragrance itself, but the bottle, because they deem this bottle to be a bit chunky. Well, the cap is chunky. Well, it is chunky. They deem it to be a bit like over the top, all the packaging. but I find it lovely. And the fragrance, oh my gosh, it's a very big change from this one. It's a very big change from this one. This one is, just try to imagine a bouquet of flowers, very nice pink flowers, peony, very light roses, very beautiful feminine and spring bouquet. So this one is that, very beautiful flowers in a spring bouquet. And I uh, I know that this fragrance, it's not new fragrance, and partially because of this, so many people just neglect this fragrance. But don't neglect this fragrance. Don't pass by this. Try this one. Yeah, I know that it has been created, what, 2005, 6, maybe 8. But trust me, it doesn't smell dated. It doesn't smell like 20 years old fragrance. It doesn't. It smells very nice, very good, very feminine, very light, and very girly even. So just try it. Try it. It's very nice. So next one is the fragrance that I have all I've also just picked up, and this is the new fragrance. It's a brand new fragrance, and this is by Galimard, and this is Ruby Cherry. And just to show you how much I love cherry, right? And Galimard is the French brand. It's located in Grasse, and I was lucky enough to when, like, last year in 2023, I visited the factory of Galimard, and I saw how the fragrances are made. Well, it was the guided tour, right? And so they came up with this cherry, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. So I have purchased it without actually prior testing, because I couldn't test it anywhere. And this is a very sugared cherry, in my opinion. It's very sweet. It still has cherry, but it's kind of sweetened. It almost seems like a jam, a cherry jam. Such a fantastic fragrance. I love this one. I love this one to bits. And they were generous to include also 15 ml uh, fragrance with this one. So I have now 45 ml of this beautiful fragrance, and also it's quite affordable. And yeah, it's beautiful. So I have 2 more fragrances to go. This one is a PH fragrances, and this is the French brand, and this is Magnolia and Pivoine de Soie. So this one is the fragrance that I actually tried it last year in Milan, and then this year I have actually got this one. So this is fragrance about flowers, big bouquet of flowers, just like this one, but this one is lighter, it's more girly, and this one is very potent. It's very prominent, very big bouquet of flowers, a bit suffocating, I have to say, because it has a lot of flowers in it. But oh my gosh, I love this one. And it's also quite sweet, but it's like sweet in this flowery manner. So this is a fantastic flower fragrance. And also this is the fragrance that is made by Olivier Cresp. So it's one of the most famous fragrance makers, noses on the planet at the moment, I guess. So beautiful, wonderful fragrance. And I also love the bottle. It's very essential. It's very like pharmacy, like old school pharmacy like, but I actually like it very much. And I have to finish this video with this one, and oh my gosh, this one is the fragrance that I love. It has one of my most favorite ingredients, fragrance ingredients, fig. And also this is one of my favorite brands, which is Jean Paul Gaultier, and this is Scandale Absolu, and this is black fig. It's very sweet, and it has sandalwood, and it also has tuberose. So it's white flower, but then it's figgy, and then it's a little bit woody, and just fantastic, just a fantastic fragrance. And it's very, very sweet, I have to warn you. And it's also very, very white flower heavy. So if you don't like white flowers, if you don't like tuberose, I have to warn you, it can be very overwhelming, the tuberose one. So just test it prior buying it. I have got it without prior testing, but I know myself, I know how I love the fragrances, I know how I love this brand, I know that I love this line. So for me it was a no-brainer. I went out, I got the biggest fragrance. Well, I didn't go out, I got it, online, so I couldn't test it, right? And I got the biggest bottle I could, and yeah, amazing, amazing fragrance, and I love it so, so much. But it is very loud. It is very, it might be even having a headache inducing. Keep in mind that, but this is a fantastic one, and the bottle. Look at the bottle, people. The bottle is beautiful. So yeah, these are my top 10 fragrances, but again, I can't stress enough that I love all my fragrances. And even those that I don't mention here in this video, I still love them. Just look behind me. They're up there. I love all these fragrances. And yeah, so this is my top purchases. These are the fragrances that I adore them. They're beautiful. And I would love to know your fragrances, your top purchases, your top finds of this 2024. Please let me know. And in the meantime, yeah, I wish you a beautiful Sunday, and I will see you on Wednesday, which is the Christmas day. But I will still post a video, and I will talk about new fragrances on the market that are coming, and I'm very, very excited to try some of them. They're not still available, but I will try to find them and review them for you and for myself, obviously. Yeah, so I wish you a beautiful, beautiful Sunday, and do not forget to light a last candle. This is the last Advent Sunday of the year, so light the candle, have a nice, relaxing time with your loved ones, and I will see you on Wednesday, on Christmas Day. Bye!